That's right, Paul and Pat. Everyone very happy and very excited about the much cooler weather out there today. In fact, take a look at our temperatures outside right now. Anywhere from 71 degrees downtown, mid 70s in Burbank, low 80s in Riverside in Ontario, mid 80s right now in Lancaster. So again, much cooler weather, but it's going to become windy tonight. In fact, wind advisories going into effect for the mountains of LA and Ventura counties tonight through 9 a.m. tomorrow. We could have those winds gusting up to 45 miles an hour. These are sustained winds. The stronger winds, you can see where we've got the shades of red and yellow. That indicates some stronger winds. So Apple Valley to Lancaster, those sustained winds now at right around 31 miles an hour with gusts up to 40 miles an hour. So that's why wind advisories are going into effect. Even cooler and even wet weather in that extended forecast. Details coming up. Paul, Pat, back to you. I do, and I've got one that I think you're going to love too. So everyone pretty happy about the cooler air out there today and getting even cooler in that extended forecast. We are looking live outside right now, mostly sunny skies, a little bit of haze out there. We saw that marine there this morning, and we will see it again tonight through tomorrow morning just at the coast. But overall temperatures running below average no matter where you were today. The high downtown 76 degrees. The normal high this time of year is 80. Let's take a look at temperatures across parts of the Southland, anywhere from 76 degrees in Van Nuys, 77 in Pasadena, 77 in Anaheim, low 80s in Riverside, 75 in Temecula, low 70s at the coast until you get to Oxnard, where temperatures are now down into the 60s, 73 degrees in Valencia, and 64 in Santa Barbara. All right, the winds are picking up, and you can see how strong the winds are there in Lancaster to Apple Valley, 20 to 30 miles an hour. Those are the sustained winds. We've got gusts well above that. The winds for now coming in out of the south and west, but the winds will eventually start to shift, coming in more out of the north over the next few days. So wind advisories in effect for the mountains of LA and Ventura counties tonight through tomorrow. We do have mostly clear skies, that thicker deck of clouds off the coast, and in fact the strong winds will keep the clouds closer to the coast for tonight through tomorrow. I want to show you the weather setup. That ridge of high pressure finally starting to weaken. We've got a cutoff low just off the coast. We're kind of in between that and this ridge of high pressure that's trying to build into the north. So what has happened here, it's called a tight pressure gradient, and that is why those northerly winds will be picking up tonight through tomorrow. But as we head into the end of the week, into the weekend and next week, eventually this cutoff low, which means it's cut off from the jet stream, will eventually start to drift on in. It is going to bring us a deep enough marine layer to bring us some drizzle. So not only the cooler fall-like weather, but also a little taste of winter too, with some wet weather in that extended forecast. In the meantime, this evening, clear and breezy. Those winds will be picking up. Lows will get down into the 60s. You will notice some gusty winds for tomorrow morning, and you will also notice cooling temperatures. Valleys, and then by next work week, added clouds, highs only into the 60s and 70s all across the Southland, and a good chance of some measurable rain. Well, we're looking at pretty good amounts of some drizzle, so we do have some wet weather in that forecast, and the cooler weather getting even cooler. Paul, Pat, back to you. Well, I'm glad everyone's happy about this. Definitely much needed relief from that extreme heat, and becoming windy tonight. So we do have wind advisories that will go into effect for the mountain areas tonight through tomorrow morning, and then much cooler weather on the way. In fact, a deep enough marine layer to bring us a chance of drizzle as soon as next week. So not only some cooler weather, but also some wet weather on the way. Temperatures outside this evening into the 70s and 80s, so very comfortable out there at this hour. And most of the clouds will be hanging off the coast today. Those winds will clear up the skies, but again, much cooler weather in that 5-day forecast. Details coming up at 6.